welcome back to my channel. So today's video is gonna be on a more serious note. I thought I should make this video, I don't know if like to spread awareness or just to like give you guys a little background of me, but I just want to talk about self-harm and suicide. I feel like that's a topic that I should cover on YouTube. I should talk about, especially since I went through it for so long. Maybe I can help someone out there, you know, talking about my story. So my story is basically the story that I have on my channel already, which is losing my mother. But what I haven't got to the story time is how I lost my nephew. My nephew, I lost him at the age of 9. He passed away when I was 9, and that was my first heartbreak, you know. Losing my nephew was definitely very painful for me, the worst. And I think it was even more painful because of how I don't know how to say this, but my sister looked like she didn't have no life left in her, and I think seeing my sister broken would break me, most definitely. And he was my first heartbreak, you know. And so I've never said this to anybody, you know. Obviously there's certain people in my life who know that I would do this, and then there's other people who don't know, but now everybody's gonna know. So I would self-harm. I would hurt myself, but I would hurt myself so I wouldn't kill myself, if that makes sense. I would hurt myself when my nephew passed away. So when I was 9 years old, I was already hurting myself. I was already cutting. And a lot of people, I hate when people say that's stupid. That's retarded. Why would you cut yourself? What does that do for you? If you're not in my shoes, I'd like you to shut up. Okay? If you're not in anybody's shoes who self-harms, just shut up. I understand there's people who self-harm for attention and just because, but I wasn't one of those. And I know that there's a lot of people in this world who aren't just one of those. I know people self-harm because they're in pain. You're probably gonna be like, where did you even get self-harm from? My sister was self-harm long before my nephew. We have gone through a lot in our lives, and she would deal with it a certain way. And I'm not saying, you know, my sister showed me to do that. I'm just saying that it's something that when my nephew passed away, it crossed my mind. And when I did self-harm, it would help me. It would help me for a little bit. It would help me out of that little bubble of sadness that I was in. It would help me, you know. And so then when my mom passed away, after my nephew had passed away, I did it for like a couple of months, and instead of self-harming, I started writing down the way I felt that day, my pain, stuff like that. And I didn't do it anymore, and I started writing instead. And then my mom passed away, and that opened a whole new door, because that's when I felt like I wanted to kill myself. I didn't want to live. I didn't want to breathe. I didn't want to be alive if my mom wasn't here. You know, and I just didn't want to be alive. I didn't. And self-harm then became, because self-harm isn't something that you're in pain so you go do it. You know, self-harm is like you're sitting there and you're contemplating, like, I would literally sit there and contemplate, like, I just need to end it. I just need to, you know, I don't have no purpose here. I don't have no meaning to life. I need to die, you know. And that also falls in with depression. I was really depressed when my mom passed away, and self-harm was my way of dealing with it, you know. And I started cutting all over again. I just started cutting all over again, and this time it was worse because I wouldn't cut to heal the pain. I would cut to feel a different pain, and sometimes I would cut trying to end my life. And you know, that is when I met Bernal. Bernal knew that I would cut, and he would tell me not to do that, you know. He would tell me that if, you know, not if my mom were here, but, you know, wherever she's at, she wouldn't want me doing that to myself. She didn't want that for her child at all, and he didn't even know my mom, you know. So he would help me a lot with that, but I would still cut. And I think that cutting is such, you know, not cutting, self-harm, period, because there's other forms of self-harm. I feel like it's such a serious topic, and I feel like when people, because I've had people tell me,
why would you do that? Like, that's stupid, you know? Like, who does that? Did it help you? Did it fix you? And that's pretty annoying.
Like, I didn't ask for your opinion. If I opened up to you and I told you I self-harmed, I cut, I did certain things that I wish I didn't do, you shouldn't sit there and be like, who does that? Like, I didn't ask you, you know. You don't know my struggle. You don't know what I went through. And so yeah, when I stopped cutting, I was actually in maybe 8th grade, 9th grade. And at these points, it was times where I wouldn't tell Bernal anymore because he would get mad. Like, he would be like, he wouldn't tell me like, are you stupid or anything like that, but he would say like, seriously, like you haven't gotten over this bump. And I couldn't. It was like an addiction, you know. It was like, as soon as I ran into a problem, that's what I would run to. I would run to hurting myself. And I don't know, you know, I feel like if you're someone who goes through this, you're not alone. Just, you know, put all things aside, you know, and think about it for a long minute. Because what would make me think also, like, I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't want to die, you know, is that I have nieces and nephews. I know that sounds weird, but I love them to death, and they love me. And I know that if one day I were to cut, back then, you know, if I were to cut and I would have killed myself, or even my family, even Bernal, you know, I have them. But I know my nieces and nephews, like, one day, what if I were to cut and I killed myself and I hurt myself? What would happen to them, you know? Because I know I'm not their mom or anything, but they love me like I am. Like, if that makes sense. Like, I know how much my nieces, my nephew wasn't born at the time, but I know how much my nieces love me. I know it. I know it. They don't tell me, you know, but I know they love me. I know they care about me. And I would always think, like, you know, one day I'm gonna cut and I'm gonna kill myself, and my nieces are never gonna see me again. Bernal's never gonna see me again. You know, my family at the time, I wouldn't really think about them. I don't know if that sounds selfish or what, but I wouldn't really think about them. I would just be like, you know, my nieces, they love me so much. And honestly, now I can say I'm glad and I thank God that I never killed myself, because I wouldn't be where I am today. Like, I know today isn't where I want to be. Where I'm at right now is definitely not where I want to be, but I made it pretty damn far, and I'm proud of myself. You know, I'm happy with myself. And even if I had to go through harming myself, you know, and going through certain things, I got to this place right here where it's like, I know the value of life. Like, I know that you should just live for today and not be worrying about tomorrow or the next day or the problems you have, you know. And I think that was a problem with me, that I would worry about, like, I'm gonna grow up without a mom. I'm gonna, like, when I get married, my mom's not gonna be there. When I give birth, my mom's not gonna be there. When I graduate high school, my mom's not gonna be there, you know. And that was one thing I went through without my mom being there, you know, physically there. I graduated high school without my mom being there, and it was hard. I'm not gonna lie, senior year was the most overwhelming, depressing, happy, mixed emotion year of my life. And it's because, like, through senior year, you do need your parents a lot. And I was just sitting there like, okay. But I just wanted to tell y'all this, because I want to let y'all know, if you self-harm, if you're suicidal, if you're anything like that, you're not alone. And I am always here to help you or to talk to you through your problems, through whatever you're going through. And you'll get through it. You'll be just fine. I promise. You know, do I regret self-harming? Yes. I do, because I have tons of scars where it just doesn't look nice. And then I don't, because I feel like it got me here. You know, it got me to realize. And self-harm is such a serious thing, and I feel like if you don't understand self-harm, you shouldn't say anything, because, you know, because I feel like you're just gonna say things that might hurt the person who's already hurting, you know, and it's not always good. So I just want to put this out there, you know. I value life now. I'm okay now. I'm happy now. I've learned how to deal with things in a different light, you know, and you just gotta grow up and you gotta learn how to deal with certain things, and you'll be just fine. I promise. But anyways, on that note, thank you guys for watching this video. If you can like, share, comment, and subscribe, and turn the little notification bell on so y'all can see when I post. I'm trying to be more consistent with it. It is hard because I have work to do and stuff. So, and also I don't always have time to record. So that's a problem too. But thank you guys for watching. Bye.